Coming up about the news this morning, the Commonwealth says a final goodbye to former Governor John White Brown Jr. And another out-of-state group heads to our region to help out as we continue to recover from the devastating flooding.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning to you. Almost 5 o'clock here on this Thursday, and it is December 1st. I'm Dakota Makris. Thanks for waking up with us. And let's head over to Brandon. And Brandon, it's your favorite month of the year besides my birthday month.
Close second on your birthday month.
Okay.
Close
Cool.
second.
Okay.
Actually, it might be close third because, my birthday month. But, that's the way it works. But
Yeah.
no, it is my favorite month of the year. It's also the beginning of meteorological winter.
Yeah.
And, of course, Christmas only 24 days away. I hope you got your shopping done because if you don't,
Mine's not.
well, you better get it.
I know.
All right, let's get into it this morning. And we're kind of bantering a little bit because there's really not a whole lot to talk about weather-wise. It's cold out there, I can tell you that. Temperatures in the 20s and maybe not even, no 30s out there this morning. Charleston is close, so is Prestonsburg, but Monticello could be in the teens here next little bit. And Irvin also 21 there, so 20 and 21 respectively. A lot of low 20s out there, but a lot of upper 20s. Harlan almost at 30 this morning at 29. Hazard also in the 28-degree club with Prestonsburg. So a little extra on your coffee meter to max warming needed. Out the door forecast as you head through the day. It's going to start off chilly. It's not going to get out of too much chilly. We're going to see that all the way through the afternoon. Even with the mix of sun and clouds, I think we only top out in the low 40s this afternoon, which is kind of appropriate for the first day of meteorological winter in December. But of course, seasonal winter, the winter solstice, doesn't happen for a few more days. We'll talk about all that coming up here in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, state leaders gave a final farewell to former Kentucky governor on Wednesday. Family, friends, and former colleagues came to the state capitol for the funeral of John White Brown Jr. The service began around 2 o'clock and was broadcast statewide on KET. Many people were in attendance for Brown's visitation on Tuesday, giving their thoughts on how he not only enjoyed success in the political realm, but in the business arena as well. Jim Host of Host Communications says Brown was one of the most positive people he knew, and while they differed politically, they remained close friends.
I will miss him because we just shared a lot of the same things, a lot of the same values. We weren't members of the same political party, so we had great debates about politics, and but we agreed to discuss it without being really disagreeable.
People at the visitation say Brown vowed to run a clean government free of corruption and scandal, even though others tried to sway him to go down that path. The Supreme Court of Kentucky will dedicate a portrait of retired Justice Janet Stumbo at a ceremony next Tuesday in the Supreme Court courtroom at the state capitol in Frankfort. The portrait, created by Kentucky artist Tanya Barkley, will hang in the corridors of the second floor. Justice Stumbo's two daughters will be at the dedication to help unveil the photo. Stumbo is from Prestonsburg. Well, the Respect for Marriage Act became a landmark bill passed by the Senate on Tuesday to protect same-sex and interracial marriage. Well, after the vote, same-sex and interracial couples are one step closer to protecting their union. While the measure does not prohibit states from banning those marriages, it would force them to recognize such marriages granted by other states. The Family Foundation, a Christian public policy group, believes the Senate has disrespected the institution of marriage.
It's a bad policy decision. It tramples on a fundamental freedom, and ultimately it's going to further create chaos on as it relates to marriage, which is the foundational building block of society.
Well, the measure will go before the Democrat-controlled House of Representatives for a full vote. Senators Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell did not vote in favor of the bill. We're still tracking COVID-19 across the country and here in the Commonwealth. Well, the state released its weekly numbers yesterday. It reported more than 3,800 new cases. That number is down significantly from the week before, likely because of the holidays. 43 deaths were reported. The positivity rate is slightly up at 7.03%. The number of hospitalizations and patients in the ICU is also up. As you can see on the map, Eastern Kentucky has 3 counties in the red. Those are Magoffin, Johnson, and Floyd, along with Pike County. Well, Pike County remains in the yellow, rather. There are at least 3 school systems closed the rest of the week due to various illnesses. Those are Corbin Independent, Jackson County, and Whitley. Morehead State University is helping graduates impacted by the flooding we had in late July. The university says students will be able to get a free replacement of their diplomas. This will be offered to graduates from the 13 hardest hit counties. You must request a replacement by March of next year. You can apply on Morehead State's website. The Housing Development Alliance in Hazard is continuing its mission of helping those impacted by flooding. The organization is building 7 homes in 3 eastern Kentucky counties hit hard by flooding. Scott McReynolds says more work is to be done, but wants to thank those who donated their resources to keep the mission alive.
We've made a lot of progress. There's still a lot more to do, but we wouldn't be even where we are now without the generosity of the community and really the state and beyond.
Well, the houses crews are building now will take about 3 to 4 months to finish. A group of people from Tippecanoe, Indiana are headed to Knott County today after saying they felt led to collect donations for flood survivors in their Indiana community of 500 people. Well, they will be bringing 3 semi-trucks full of items. Regina Bentley lives in Knott County and has been helping organize the delivery. She says it is amazing what these people have done for our region.
He wanted to do 1 semi full, 80 foot. He called me. We got another semi we're filling. Call me. It's full. 2 semis full. Call me again. 3 semis full from a little town of 500 people.
Well, Bentley says if you live in Knott County and were affected by the flood, you can visit knottcountyrising.org to be connected with a case manager who will then assist you in getting the supplies you need. Well, thank you so much for getting your Thursday, your December 1st, started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, now the hurricane season is officially over. We take a look at how active it ended up being this time around. That's coming up.
And we have started a new month, and we have brought the chill along with us. I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.